Well, Derek and Leslie, I spoke with workers as they left this plant's parking lot for what could be their very last time. They tell me workers inside were in tears today and emotional. The UAW says it plans to fight and continue to fight to bring another product to this plant, and they hope the message that they gathered here to send today makes it all the way to Detroit.
GM has been unallocated. They've unallocated. We don't even know what this word means. When I type it in the computer, it's underlined red because I don't even think it's a damn word. But I'll tell you this, it's corporate greed at its finest.
Lining up in solidarity along Bailey Road, members of the UAW Local 1112 rallying to be there for their brothers and sisters leaving the GM assembly plant for what could be the last time.
We believed in this company. We gave it everything that we could possibly give this company. And we just feel so let down.
We're leaving our family. We're leaving our friends. And we're leaving everything that we have with the last carrier that goes down.
The union presented community activist Werner Lang with a collection of donations from UAW members, thanking him for taking a stand for them outside for the last 43 days. He believes the community's support could help.
I just know that with that spirit, with that power, we can turn what looks like an American tragedy into an American triumph.
The final Chevy Cruze made its way off the line today. Workers in the trim and chassis departments watched it go by before they left their jobs in the afternoon, some without a plan for their future.
Who wants to move away? And then who's to say that it can't happen if you go to another plant?
I just believe that we're going to eventually get another car, or something has to come to this area. Something's going to come. I do believe that.
She says the UAW remains strong. A former local union leader agrees and doesn't believe that this will be the end.
And I've got a gut feeling that we're going to get something in our plant. I'm cautiously optimistic. I hope I'm right. But I think that our membership has given so much to General Motors and this valley to the point where just turning their back on this plant, I just don't think that's an option.
Now, contract talks between GM and the local union are set for September. That's when the automaker could decide if this plant will have another chapter. Today, GM announced that those contract talks this summer are going to be important. Back to you. Well, Derek and Leslie, we saw some of the last Cruzes go to dealerships today as we drove by the plant today. They were being put up onto trucks. Someone who saw the last Cruze go down the line today, Tim O'Hara, thank you so much for joining me this evening. You know, a lot of the workers I spoke with as they came out of the plant today driving home, some said they don't have transfer options. What's the mood among your workers right now? What are they talking about at the union hall to you personally? What options do they have if they can't transfer? And you mentioned temps might be in their way.
Well, the mood today, of course, you know, was a mixture of emotions: sadness, fear, anxiety, and for myself, I was angry because none of our people in there deserve what happened today, building the last Cruze. I mean, they did everything in their power, to do what General Motors wanted them to do, to build a quality car, and up until that last car rolled off the line, it was quality built, and they were proud of it. They all took pictures with it. And it was a rough day in there today. Will
they have transfer options if they don't now? And you said temps are in the way. What do you mean by that?
Well, there are temps at other plants that the International Union will, they'll negotiate that probably in the contract this summer. Right now, there's no transfer options out there right now, but we'll have to wait and see what General Motors does in the next week or two.
And how significant is it the fact that the company officially acknowledged that those talks are going to be important coming this summer?
Well, even before they came down here and announced the unallocation, we knew the contract talks were going to be important because, I think they're going to expect a strike because I think they're going to be coming after a lot of our current benefits. But now with what happened here with us and the other plants, I think we're going to be at the top of the list for negotiations.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. I'm going to send it back to Derek and Leslie in the studio. Maybe there will be some hope here in Lordstown.